Who's watching you? Ashwood Manor's chilling secret. Have you ever felt like someone was watching you, even when you were completely alone? That tiny chill on the back of your neck? The feeling that eyes are on you? Now imagine living in a house where that feeling never goes away. A house with a dark secret, a secret so chilling it might just be watching you. This is the story of Ashwood Manor. A place where no one stays for long, and once you hear why, you'll never look at your home the same way again. The Peterson family thought they'd found their dream home. Ashwood Manor was big, beautiful, and had a mysterious charm. Sure, it was old, with creaky floors and ivy crawling up the walls, but that only added to its appeal. The first few days were peaceful. They unpacked, settled in, and began their new life. But then, the strange things started. At first, it was small. A door they were sure they'd closed would be open. A chair that seemed just slightly out of place. They laughed it off, blaming the wind or their own forgetfulness. But then came the sounds. Late at night, when the house was silent, they heard whispers. Soft, faint, like someone murmuring in the next room. They checked everywhere, nothing. They told themselves it was the wind, maybe the old pipes. But Mrs. Peterson couldn't shake the feeling. Every time she was alone, she felt it. A prickle on her skin. The overwhelming sense that someone was watching. Determined to find answers, the family dug into the house's history. What they found was terrifying. Ashwood Manor had been built over 100 years ago by a man named Edmund Graves. Graves was no ordinary architect. He had an obsession, watching people. He designed the house with hidden passageways, peepholes, and even secret rooms. The manor was a maze of secrets. But here's the creepiest part, Graves himself vanished without a trace. All he left behind was a journal. And in it, one spine-chilling line. The house sees everything. It never forgets. After learning this, the Petersons searched the house. They found the hidden tunnels and peepholes Graves had built. But deep in the basement, they made the worst discovery of all, a dusty room filled with old monitors. These monitors were connected to cameras that were still on. Someone, or something, was watching them. The family was terrified. But things got worse. One night, Mr. Peterson was watching the monitors, trying to figure out where the cameras led. Suddenly, one screen flickered. For just a second, he saw it. A shadow. A figure standing in their living room. Heart racing, he ran to check. The room was empty. But the feeling lingered. The house was alive, and it was watching. That was the final straw. The Petersons packed up and left Ashwood Manor. But as they drove away, Mrs. Peterson glanced back at the house. In the upstairs window, she swore she saw it, a shadow, standing there, watching them leave. They had a chance to save Eldoria. What would you do if you were suddenly chosen to save a magical world? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you love this adventure, hit that like button, subscribe, and join me for more epic stories. Thanks for watching. Remember, even the most ordinary people can become extraordinary heroes. See you in the next story.